I always thought I was strong. I pushed through the bad days, smiled even when my heart was heavy, and convinced myself that everything would eventually fall into place. But, like so many others, I didn't realize that I wasn't okay mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. For years, I lived under the weight of expectations, pressures, and an overwhelming sense of doubt. This is the story of how I learned to embrace my mental health journey, break free from the stigma, and rediscover my peace. The overwhelm. I remember the first time I truly felt overwhelmed. It wasn't just the usual stress of work, life, or relationships. It was this deep, gnawing feeling in my chest, a constant weight that wouldn't lift no matter how hard I tried to shake it off. I'd wake up exhausted, even after a full night's sleep. I'd go through the motions of the day, forcing myself to smile, to act like everything was okay. But inside, I was crumbling. There were days when I couldn't focus at work. The simplest tasks felt monumental. And I'd feel like I was falling behind, like I was failing at everything. I couldn't understand why, no matter what I did, I couldn't get on top of it all. My friends would ask, "Are you okay?" But I'd shrug it off. "Yeah, just tired," I'd say. I thought it was just burnout, something that would pass. But deep down, I knew it wasn't just burnout. It was something more. And that's when the self-doubt crept in. I began to wonder if I was weak. If I wasn't strong enough to handle the pressures of life. I told myself that everyone was struggling, maybe I was just being dramatic. After all, so many people have it worse, right? So why was I complaining? The breaking point. But there's only so long you can push yourself before your body and mind start to rebel. One morning, I woke up, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't drag myself out of bed. The thought of facing another day felt too much. I felt paralyzed by fear, anxiety, and this weight that I couldn't shake. It was a strange feeling, like I was trapped inside my own body, unable to escape the suffocating grip of my thoughts. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what to do. That was when I finally admitted to myself that I needed help. I didn't know where to start, but I couldn't keep pretending everything was fine. It felt like taking a deep breath after holding it for too long. Reaching out. I started small. The first thing I did was tell my best friend, Sarah, what I was feeling. I'll never forget the relief that washed over me as I said the words aloud. "I don't feel like myself. I'm struggling, and I don't know how to fix it." Sarah didn't judge me. She didn't tell me to snap out of it. Instead, she just listened. She validated my feelings. "It's okay to not be okay," she said. And that was a revelation. I had spent so much time trying to be okay for everyone else, but I had never given myself permission to feel what I was feeling. I knew that talking to Sarah wasn't enough. I needed to take real action. So, I made the decision to see a therapist. It was intimidating at first. The thought of talking to a stranger about my deepest struggles felt daunting. But I quickly realized that the therapist was there not to judge me, but to help me make sense of the chaos inside my head. Therapy didn't fix everything in one session. In fact, it took a long time before I started feeling any real relief. But I began to understand that my mental health wasn't something I could ignore or brush aside. It was a part of me, and it deserved care and attention, just like my physical health. Discovering self-care. The more I learned, the more I realized how important self-care truly is. It wasn't just about bubble baths or pampering myself. Self-care was about listening to my body and mind, understanding when I needed rest, when I needed to say no, and when I needed to ask for help. I started with small practices. I took time every day to sit in silence for 5 minutes and breathe deeply. I began journaling, pouring my thoughts and emotions onto paper. It wasn't easy at first. My mind would wander, and I'd feel restless. But gradually, I began to find peace in those quiet moments. Mindfulness became a tool I used daily. I started to focus on the present moment, rather than obsessing over the past or worrying about the future. I learned to ground myself, to acknowledge my thoughts without judgment, and let them pass by. Meditation wasn't something I immediately enjoyed. It took practice and patience, but it slowly became a lifeline. The importance of boundaries. Another lesson I had to learn was about boundaries. For so long, I had been a people pleaser, trying to make everyone around me happy, often at the expense of my own well-being. I would say yes to everything, even when I didn't have the energy, because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Setting boundaries wasn't easy. I felt guilty at first, like I was letting people down. But I soon realized that by protecting my time and energy, I was showing up as a better version of myself, not just for others, but for me. I began to say no without feeling guilty, and I started prioritizing my own needs. Embracing vulnerability. I also had to embrace vulnerability. I had spent so many years trying to appear strong, like I had it all together. But in doing so, I had been hiding my true feelings. I had been afraid of being judged, of showing weakness. But I learned that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Opening up to others, sharing my struggles, and being honest about my mental health was one of the hardest things I had ever done. But it was also one of the most freeing. I realized that when I shared my story, it didn't just help me, it helped others feel seen and heard. The more I opened up, the more I saw that we all struggle with our mental health, and that's okay. Breaking the stigma. As I started to share my journey, I realized that breaking the stigma around mental health was just as important as healing myself. So many people feel ashamed to talk about their mental health because they think they're weak or broken. But the truth is, mental health struggles are a part of being human. The more I spoke openly about my struggles, the more I saw others do the same. Conversations started happening, conversations that never would have happened if I hadn't taken that first step. I wasn't just healing myself, I was helping others understand that it's okay to not have it all figured out. It's okay to ask for help. Acceptance and moving forward. I've come to realize that healing is not linear. Some days are better than others, and that's okay. I've learned to accept myself and all my imperfections. I've learned that I don't have to have all the answers, and that it's okay to take things one day at a time. The journey isn't easy, but it's worth it. And I'm not alone. I have found strength in my vulnerability, in my community, and in the knowledge that I'm allowed to take care of myself, mind, body, and soul. If you're struggling, know that you are not alone. It's okay to not be okay. Your mental health matters, and you deserve to take care of it. Reach out. Speak up. You don't have to carry the weight alone. This is your journey, and you are worthy of the peace and healing that await you. Take it one step at a time, and remember, you are enough, just as you are. Together, we can break the silence, break the stigma, and start living with mental wellness at the heart of who we are. If you're struggling, please reach out. Help is available, and it's okay to ask for it. Remember, mental health matters.